Well, delicious, yeah. Hi. I know. It feels like fall already, though. And it's so weird. It feels like fall. Oh, yeah, I'm ready for fall. I have to see eels go away. I do. Yeah, I'm just at home. I just came home from work and just got things to do. I can't wait to read this book. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Here, I can read this one. Mother Goose. Humpty Dumpty sent the wall, a non-electromagnet ball. All the super polyscopes couldn't receive his isotopes. There's another one I'm going to read for you. The old wife and the ghost. Ooh, it's scary. Hi, Jessica. There was an old wife, and she lived all alone in a cottage not far from Hitchin. And one bright night, by the full moon light, comes a ghost right into the kitchen. About that kitchen, neat and clean, the ghost goes pottering round. But the poor old wife is deaf as a boot, and so hears never a sound. The ghost blows up in the kitchen fire as bold can be. He helps himself from the ladder shelf, but never a sound hears she. He blows on his hands and makes them warm, and whistles loud, woo, but still as a sack the old soul lies, and never a sound hears she. From corner to corner he runs about, and into the cupboard he peeps. He rattles the door and bumps on his floor, but still old wife sleeps. Jingle and bang goes the pots and pans, as he throws all around, and he plats and mugs and jugs. He flings them all to the ground. Madly the ghost tears up and down, and screams like a storm at sea. And that at last the old wife stares at her bed, and it's drat those mice, she says. Then the first cock crows, and morning shows, and the troublesome ghost went away. But oh, what a pickle the poor wife sees when she gets up next day. Them tidy big mice, them's tidy big mice, the old wife thinks, and off she goes to hitchin', and a tidy big cat she fetched back to keep the mice from her kitchen. By James Reeves. What do you think? Scary, huh? Hi, S-A-S-M-R, Miss Sana. Sorry, my neck is itchy. You love that. See? You like people. Isn't he sweet? Okay, here's the one that you may look familiar. The Velvet Ribbon. See, there's her face. Ooh, look at the long hair. It'll look like me, except we don't have the same hair. Okay, anyway. The Velvet Ribbon. Once there was a man who fell in love with a beautiful girl, and before the next full moon rose in the sky, they were wed. To please her husband, the young wife wore a different gown each night. Sometimes she was dressed in yellow, and other nights she wore red or blue or white. And she always wore a black velvet ribbon around her slender neck. It's not that tall. Day and night she wore that ribbon, and it was not long before her husband's curiosity got the better of him. "Why do you always wear that ribbon?" he asked. She smiled a strange smile and said not a word. At last her husband got angry, and one night she shouted at his bride, "Take that ribbon off! I'm tired of looking at it." "You'll be sorry if I do," she replied, "so I won't." Every morning at breakfast, the husband ordered his wife to remove the black velvet ribbon from around her neck. Every night at dinner, he told her the same thing. But every morning at breakfast and every night at dinner, all his wife could say, "You'll be sorry if I do, so I won't." A week passed. The husband no longer looked into his wife's eye. He could only stare at that black velvet ribbon around her neck. One night, as his wife lay sleeping, he tiptoed to her sewing basket and took out a pair of scissors. Quickly and quietly, careful not to awaken her, he bent over his wife's bed and snip! Went the scissors, and the velvet ribbon fell on the floor, and snap! Wait, and snap! Off came her head. It rolled into the floor, into the moonlight, wailed tearfully, I told you you'll be sorry. The end. Scary, huh? Can you imagine having to wear that? You can't, it'd be hard to go down a slide because, dangling things around the neck can choke you. That's what I've learned before. Want to hear one story? I'm getting my Halloween decorations ready. Boo boo! Hey! Hey! All right, I'll go. I'll see you later. Hope you have a nice day. Bye.